Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, this topic on this episode is going to be about Parentage by Estoppel. I've covered this many months ago. For those of you who don't know or understand what that means, Parentage by Estoppel is when the judge or the court will consider to find you liable, in other words, to raise a child that's not yours. I should have said it like that. If the woman you're dating, the single mom, all of a sudden decides while you're in the relationship with her or after y'all break up, if she decides to go to the court and petition and tell them you have been acting like a father, the court must make you provide for the child like you are the father. In other words, you got to pay child support, even though the DNA test shows that you're not, and you don't have to be a stepfather for this to happen. You can just be a single man with no kids or have kids of your own and be dating a single mother. And she can take you to court, and the court will rule in her favor. And now you have to pay for another man's child, even though you can provide proof that you are not the biological father through DNA testing. Now, I'm going to show you that in the second clip. The reason why it's going to be the second clip, because I want to show you something else. In the first clip, I want you to understand how dangerous and how conniving these single mothers are. Why? In my most humble opinion, they will just write anybody's name down on the birth certificate just so they can receive food stamps. And it will be proven in court that this man is not the father, but the courts are still trying to make this man pay child support and are threatening to put him in jail because he's not paying for a child that he has proven that isn't his. Okay? So let me go ahead and get started with this right quick. Sorry for the long intro, but I want you to know. Can you dig it? Boom. All right. Let's get it.
Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today, he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get the system.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work.
Now, I want you to understand, gentlemen, it is dangerous to date a single mother. Fortunately, a lot of single mothers have not caught on to Parentage by Estoppel, which I am about to cover right now. But I want you to think about this. That judge, even though he says that he's been before him many times, I don't know what happened that brought him before that judge. It doesn't even fucking matter. The thing is, there is proof that this man is not the biological father. And they are threatening to put him in jail for not paying child support for a child that's not his. The woman has confessed, and they blurred her face, but she confessed to the court and to you through national television that he's not the father, that she just wanted to be on welfare and collect benefits from the government. And they are still saying that he is a deadbeat dad. He owes over $30,000 in back child support. He never met the child at all except for the time to get tested to prove that he wasn't the father. These women are working the courts against you, gentlemen. Messing with these single mothers can be detrimental to your financial future, man. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I gotta say it. I gotta keep it real so the men can be protected in this. Now, what I say don't apply to all women. And like that gentleman from last night on my live stream, Mr. Mike Mantha said, we are sick and tired. I hardly ever say it, but I did last night. But I am sick and tired of saying we don't mean all. We're talking about certain groups of women. But understand me, when I say mostly all, what I mean 98% of y'all fools. How that sound? Now, I want you to understand what this woman finna tell you about Parentage by Estoppel, and I will be providing definitive information to break it down further, how you can get caught up in Parentage by Estoppel. And it is pronounced Estoppel, because she's gonna say it two ways because she's unsure, but it's Estoppel. Now let me go ahead and play her, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Give me a moment. Hope y'all seeing the dangers of this thing. Let's get it.
By Estoppel, whatever it is a precedent that says if you are dating a single parent and you help them take care of their child and y'all break up, they can take you to court for child support. They can take you to court for child support for a child that is not yours. Somebody explain this to me, because it makes absolutely zero sense. You did not have this child. This person had this child when you met them, but because you were kind enough to step up and help out, now you're going to be responsible for this child for the rest of their life?
Again, y'all better avoid these single mothers, man, that you smashing and dashing. Don't let them. I had a woman try that with me before. I'm smashing and dashing the hell out of her. Just smash, 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 right? Hulk smash. This woman wanted me to start popping fireworks and stuff with the kids and stuff. She was a nice lady, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no damn fool. Nah, I don't want to know your children. Nothing against your kids, nothing against you. But I don't want to start making a bond, or most importantly, I don't want them to start making a bond with me. And I don't want to get to know your baby daddy. I don't want to get to know your children. That's your children. That's his babies. I don't want to come around them kids. I just want to come around you to get some vajayjay, go have a good time with you. We go out, chill, do what we gonna do. And I smash and I dash, and you go back and you fuss and you argue with your baby daddy, and you take care of your kids. You struggle with your bills like everybody else does. Even if a man has more money than you, does not mean that he doesn't have bills and financial responsibilities. I'm not gonna do that, okay? I had a lot of women try to do that, run that game on me, come pop fireworks on 4th of July with my children. The baby daddy gonna be there. He gonna be there, but ain't gonna be no issue. Shit. See, I'm gonna tell you something, gentlemen. Women love to make men jealous just as much women are jealous of each other. They have a baby daddy, and if you're a good man that's productive, got his own things, own ride, doing well in life, she will purposely bring you around her baby daddy just to try to embarrass him, to make him feel less than. And now that man gonna have a problem with you. Ain't no telling what y'all gonna have as an issue. Y'all might fight. This is how many men lose their lives, because a woman is manipulating men and moving them like chess pieces on a chessboard. No, I don't want to know your kids. I'm dating you or I'm screwing you. I'm not doing that with the kids. So keep them little motherfuckers away from me. All right? And women, you may not want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you something. A lot of men think like me. They may not vocalize it to you the way I do because they want the coochie and they scared or something like that. I'm going to tell you straight up, I have many times, I don't really want to get to know the children. I want to get to know you. I'm dating you. That's just what it is. You don't like it, keep moving. Now, let's keep going with the story.
Make it make sense. I am not understanding. And technically it can apply to anybody, but in all the cases that I saw when I actually looked it up, it was single mothers who were filing for child support from these men who were helping them take care of their children, and then they broke up and they still wanted this man to provide for their children. And I'm like, ma'am, where's this child's father? Where is this child's daddy? Because that is not that man's responsibility. He didn't even have to help you while y'all was together, but he was kind enough to do so. Now you trying to take him to court for this child that is not his because he don't want to be with you no more? Ma'am, let's be all the way for real with that. Like, are y'all serious? And I'm just trying to figure out, what are the requirements? Like, if y'all went out on a date and you brought her child a goodie bag from the restaurant, are you now responsible for this child forever? Or does it mean like you guys were living together and you were the parent figure for this child and now you're leaving and that's when you're responsible? Like, I need some clarification because this shit does not make sense to me.
Clarification is exactly what she said and she don't know it. Yes, if you do anything that is considered fatherly, and I'm gonna prove that to you with this definition, I'm gonna pull it on the screen. Anything that is considered to be fatherly to another man's child, you are putting yourself at risk of being a victim of parentage by estoppel. So, ladies, you are so conniving that you are making it to the point where male mentors must avoid your children. Your children need mentors when you don't have the father in their life. But now men are going to be afraid to mentor your children for the best, to point them into the positive direction, because you may stab them in the back, take them to court, and try to make them pay. That's what's going to happen. And thank God this has not become a wildfire yet in the single mother community, where they are just sticking men with this parentage by Estoppel. Because from my understanding, this could be done in all 50 states. Right now, a lot of them are in California and 2 other states right now. So it might be spreading. Now, let me put the definition of parentage by Estoppel. I got to read it to you. It's a legal thing. Can you dig it? Hold on, y'all. Make sure it's on y'all's screen. Okay. Now, it says here, all right, parentage by Estoppel is a legal doctrine that establishes a person as a child's legal parent, even if they are not biologically related to the child. It's based on the idea that the child's best interest is served by continuing to have the person who acts as their parent. So if you move in with a single mother, if a single mother moves in with you and she has kids, it is in that child's best interest that you remain there, providing for that child, providing a roof for the mother and the child to have on top of their heads, feeding them, protecting them. So even if you want to leave her, even if she wants to cheat on you and hurt you badly, she can take your ass to court and you stuck with that child and her. Now, here's another one. Excuse me. Parentage by Estoppel can apply when the person openly treats the child as their own. The person spends time with the child. The child calls the person dad. The person represents to others that the child is their own. The person and the child's mother continue to establish a parental relationship. Let's break that down. The parental relationship, again, is if you riding around with the single mother and you picking that child up from daycare, you're dropping off or you picking up that child from a sports activity at school. If you're going to their band practices, violin recital, whatever recitals, if you're doing anything that a father would be considered doing. Now, the second point says the person spends time with the child. Just by spending time with the child, not doing anything or doing activities with the child, just spending time with the child puts you at risk of women who mean you no good, who can take your ass to child support and make you pay child support when you are not the father. And let me say it like this: when you have proven through DNA testing that you're not the father. Now, a lot of y'all say, BS, that will never happen. That doesn't happen. I done showed you an example, first clip, where it has happened, somewhere similar to that, and you can look it up for yourself. This is a legal doctrine. Now, another thing, let's read this together. Excuse me. Parentage by Estoppel can be used in child support cases. Did you hear that? Parentage by Estoppel can be used in child support cases and to prevent a biological father from asserting parental rights. For example, step-parents may be held liable for child support even after a divorce from the biological parent. The doctrine of Estoppel is a legal rule that prevents someone from going back on what they have said or done before. So if you tell a woman, I'm going to take care of that kid, we're going to be together forever, you know, put your word out there, now you say, I'm done with your mustard back, help her ass. Now she's going to take you to court because you're going back on what you said. It's so crazy that this legal document has so much power that it can prevent the biological father from having any type of parental rights. So in other words, it's pick a daddy. She can pick a daddy. If she wants you to be the daddy, you're going to be the daddy. Now, one more thing. I'm going to take this, a lawyer going to tell you a little bit more about this Estoppel, and we're going to ride out of here. But yeah, this is a dangerous thing. A lot of y'all don't think like that, but I hope y'all do today. This is a warning for you. Hold on one second. I'll put this other guy on the screen. It's about a 30-second clip, but he's going to give you some deep understanding about it. 1 second, y'all. It's crazy, ain't it? This shit is crazy. All right, let me put the mute off. Turn his voice up a little bit more, because I think he talk kind of softly. All right, let's get it.
Here's an interesting legal doctrine that can be used as a powerful tool to enforce promises that are made outside of a formal contract. Here's how.
There's a powerful legal tool It's a verbal contract that you made with a mustard-back heifer that can still be enforced in the court of law. The Parentage by Estoppel.
Here's an interesting legal doctrine that can be used as a powerful tool to enforce promises that are made outside of a formal contract. Here's how. It's based on this legal doctrine, which holds that if one person makes a promise to another and that other person relies on that promise to their detriment, the person making the promise may be held liable for damages based on that reliance, even though there's no formal written contract. It can be especially useful in situations like these, where one party has made the promise, failed to follow through, and the other party has relied on it to their detriment.
Yeah, you relied on it. She relied on it to her detriment. In other words, you said you always be there to take care of her and Pookie Jr. bastard kids. Or should I say Pookie babies, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, boy, they could take your ass to court. You're going to be on my show next time, because I'm sure he'll going to do a reaction video of you crying in court about this shit. But anyway, like I said, y'all got to be careful out there with these women today, man. Can you dig it? Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, check out my live stream from last night. We had some pretty intelligent men come on there, man. To the dude from Miami, man, hope to see you next Sunday. My program showed me that you try to come back in after I ended the show. You know what I mean? So I can't do nothing about that. But, yeah. Check it in. After 15 minutes, the real show began, y'all, because I had to wait about 15 minutes for people to call in to the show. You did. So, anyway, let me go and get out of here. Y'all take it easy now. Here.